Hey, what's up? My name's Adrienne, also known as Andy. I'm from CFB Edmonton, and wanted to start off a little, what can I do with insert piece of non-equipment can be used as equipment here, just to give you a little bit more to work with if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of gym equipment at home and getting rid of some of those. Yeah, but I can't work out because I don't have any equipment. Excuses. There's tons that you can do body weight, of course. You're gonna see a lot of those in our live streamed videos. I'm sure you've checked out a few already. But aside from that, we're gonna go kind of piece by piece, checking out some different pieces of equipment and exercises that you can do with those. So today, what the heck can I do with a cloth or two? I will be using both today. Hopefully this just gives you a few more ideas, things you can work with. Before doing these, I would recommend doing a full body warm-up. You can check out some of our other videos for that or do your own. But we'll get started with a couple of these. What can I do with this cloth? A lot of them are going to have to do with core stabilization, one of my most favorite things. So first one here, before I move my mat out of the way, I would recommend cushioning the knees a little bit. Ideally, any of our cloth work you're going to use on a hard floor. Yeah, that's just going to help facilitate the slide motion. So this one you only need one cloth for. Make sure that you can slip around on the floor a little bit. And if you're familiar with those ab rollers, we're essentially doing a version of that here. So biggest thing is we want to go as far as we are personally comfortable with and able to maintain a neutral spine, able to maintain core engagement to protect the back. And go at your own pace, remember to breathe. Pad your knees if you would like I said. And these ones, we're going slow and steady, sliding that cloth out away from us, feeling that core engagement as far as feels okay, and then using your core to press down through those hands, draw the cloth back in towards you. So again, here we're sliding out like if you had an ab roller. Getting strong through that core and squeezing back in. For demonstration purposes only, I'm not going to put any pressure into this one, but what you are trying to avoid in your back here is allowing your belly to drop, which puts pressure into the back where we don't want it. So core stays fired up the whole time, really engaged. The farther out you slide, the more challenging this one will be. You're also going to feel it a little bit through the triceps, maybe through the backs of the shoulders, but primarily focused is going to be on the core. So there's one for you. Another one, continuing on our core focus, we've done a little bit of sliding in and out with the upper body, but we can also translate that to the lower body. First one here is going to use both cloths. It's going to be one cloth per foot. We're going to check out some classic mountain climbers. Hi. If you haven't met, you'll probably see him in some of our videos. This is my cat Neville, my brave assistant, but sometimes unintentional obstacle course. So you're going to start with your shoulders stacking over your hands, over top of your wrists. One cloth per foot here. So finding a high plank position, you can slide out to your toes. And then we're just going to slide one knee in at a time to tap the elbow and come on back like a mountain climber. From here, if you want to change it up a little bit, you can add a little bit of cross-body action, sliding towards your opposite elbow. Or to get into the obliques side of the core a little bit more, you can go same elbow or tricep. All right, so far so good. We're going to amp this one up a little bit. You can keep your feet on separate cloths or put them both onto one. I'm going to go over how to do a tuck from that high plank position. So you're going to be drawing your knees in towards your chest. Again, really important that shoulders stay stacked over wrists. Core stays engaged throughout, never letting that belly drop, never letting the hips sag down, that kind of thing. So again, from that plank position, this time we're sliding both feet in, tucking knees in towards the chest, back out just to your plank. Upper body here doesn't really move much. Just feet sliding in and out. If you want to up that ante a little more, maybe we come into a pike instead, allowing hips to lift and coming back down controlled to your plank. Wonderful. As you're doing those, you really want to think about actively pressing down through your hands into the ground to keep the upper body really engaged, keep the shoulders protected and stable. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it with those as far as some core ideas. Bring it up to stand instead, and you can probably just use one cloth for these next couple. We're gonna come into a gentle side lunge and really work on engaging with our adductors, pulling back into your center line, keeping your core strong. Also a little bit of engagement through your pelvic floor. So finding a soft bend to the knees, you can slide out and then squeeze, drag that foot in. We're keeping some pressure in each foot here, not totally resting on one or the other. So you slide out, squeeze, bring that back in. A little bit more challenging with this one would be to slide out to a side lunge, and then again using that squeeze to drag back up and in. Out to your side lunge, squeezing back up and in. Take it slow, take it easy with those. Probably don't go as deep as you normally would for a side lunge because these are a lot more challenging. Any of these that you're doing, making sure that you repeat on your second side just to even everything out. Keeping in mind that knees and toes should always be pointing in the same direction. And that we want to think about that core engagement throughout. Chest stays nice and proud, spine stays tall. So a couple ideas there. Go ahead and grab that second cloth one more time. I'm going to go through one more here. Please be careful that you don't slip farther than you expect to. Just take your time, go slow with these. We're going to go into some reverse lunges. We're going to slide one foot back. Knee comes down to a hover. Coming back up into your second side, slide it back, hover. Chest is staying up nice and tall. Really focusing on that squeeze control as you pull feet back in together. This one is a little bit more, you know, it reminds me of exercise a bit, but I know it's an exercise out of the water as well. Coming into more of a cross-country ski. Your same kind of thing, you're gonna slide one foot back, pull it in towards you, slide the other foot back, pull in. Focus on keeping those hips square to the front. Arms are optional. These ones just make sense with my brain to help with where I'm engaging. When you come back, think about pressing through your heels, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your hamstring, squeeze, pull back up. Kind of like your cross-country skiing. If you can't tell, I'm not an avid cross-country skier, but you get the gist. Anyhow, for today, there's a couple of core activation exercises as well as a couple of lower body exercises to get you started. So if you're thinking, I don't have any equipment, what can I do with a cloth? There's a few ideas for you. See you next time.